In this video, I'm going to share the changes I made to my workout programming during the past year. I'd love to hear how similar or different this new workout programming is to how you're training today, and if the changes I've made during this past year have given you any food for thought with what you may want to experiment with in this year to come. Now, one of the changes I made was cutting back my weight training to just 3 days per week, and this is a huge difference from how I used to train years ago, which was 6 days per week for the longest time. Then I cut it back to 5 days per week for a couple of years, then I cut it back to 4 days per week for a couple of years, and it's been the past couple of months where I've cut it back to 3 days per week and really haven't noticed any kind of negative consequences from reducing the number of days I'm training per week, whether it's from 6 to 5, 5 to 4, or 4 to 3. I'm still experiencing the same kind of results no matter how many days per week I'm training. The benefit is that now that I've cut it back to 3 days per week, it allows me more time to do more of the activities that bring great joy to my life, that challenge my body in different ways. And one of those things is calisthetics and incorporating things like handstands, headstands, forearm stands, handstand push-ups, handstand to crow, one-legged crow, all these different kind of calisthenic movements. The planche is a movement that I want to learn and to master this upcoming year here. So really incorporating more exercises that build, I guess, for lack of a better word, functional strength there. To just trying to make myself as able-bodied as I possibly can be until really my final breath. I want to be living my life to the fullest for my entire life. And I think incorporating a balance of, it's not like I'm not working out every day. I'm still resistance training every single day pretty much. It's just sometimes it's with weights, sometimes it's with my own body weight. And it also allows me more time to improve upon my cardiovascular conditioning, my circulatory health, which is really important to me as well if I want to really focus on my longevity and living not only the best quality life as I possibly can, but for as long as I can. Also gives me the opportunity to practice yoga, which I like to do every single day. It gives me more time to do a little bit more meditation, journaling, just doing other activities, more time to do paddle boarding, getting out for walks, hikes, just being adventurous. That's again living my life to the fullest. I don't want to just live in the gym. I used to love weight training 6 days per week. I loved the camaraderie, but now I've just kind of expanded my horizons and realizing that there's so much more to life than spending so much time in the gym there. So it's had a very, very positive impact on me, my overall well-being, and just gaining more joy out of this life experience here. If you still love being in the gym 6 days per week, like I understand, I was there, I've been there before, but now I've just kind of moved on from that and just love the idea of incorporating more activities into my overall lifestyle because it's just bringing out the best in me. The other changes I made is cutting back the number of sets that I'm performing per muscle group per week. I used to do really what I thought was high volume workouts, but with just a large number of sets, many of which were not very close to failure. So basically I was just accumulating a lot of unnecessary fatigue, basically no benefit and just a lot more drawback, I think, that came from it. So now I've cut back. This past year has been working with about 6 sets per muscle group per week. And all of those sets are very, very close to the point of true momentary muscular failure. So at most, I am training with just 1 rep in reserve. And the other times, I am taking that set to the point of true momentary muscular failure. Not when my mind is tapping out, but when my muscles tap out there. And this brings me to the next point there, which is just identifying kind of the sets that were causing me to tap out shy of failure. And oftentimes they were the higher rep sets, like 15 reps, 20 reps, 25 reps, which I find were kind of easy on the joints, but I also found that I was stopping not because my muscles were done. It's just like that burning sensation was taking over, maybe a sucking wind there. And it's just my mind was tapping out. So now I'm keeping my sets more in the range of 6 to 10 repetitions. And that really, a big part of that came about as well because I slowed down my lifting tempo. So I used to perform every set with about a 2-second eccentric contraction, the negative where you're lowering the weight, nice and controlled, 2 seconds. And I decided for probably about 6, maybe even 7 months this year, where I slowed down that tempo to 4 seconds. So it's like really a super slow negative there. I had to reduce the weight, can't lift as much weight when you're going that slow and controlled. But I really found that I could keep the tension on the target muscles. It was less impact on my joints. It felt really good. It was a great, strong mind-muscle connection. I just really enjoyed it, but I found if I was doing more than 10 repetitions for that, like, it was intense. Like mentally, like the burning, it's not even a burn. It was just a different kind of um, tension or a different kind of experience that I was like, man, after 10 repetitions, I'm like, even if my muscles had a little bit more in me, I mentally was tapped out and I had to stop. So I'm like, I had to set the load where I would perform 6 to 10 repetitions to keep me in that zone where I'm giving my best focus effort, my best focus attention to each and every set that I'm performing, and bringing those sets to very, or to the point of true momentary muscular failure. The other change that I made is not really caring about the rest intervals. I just rest for as long as I need to fully recover between sets. I'm not living by the watch, whether it's 90 seconds, 2 minutes for some exercises, maybe upwards of 5 minutes. I need to rest to fully recover between sets in order to give the best of myself to that next set. So really looking at cutting things back to 3 days per week, cutting the number of sets per muscle group per week to 6 sets. And really, so I'm looking at 3 workouts and 6 sets per muscle group per week. A lot of the splits that I'll follow might be like a push-pull leg split. It might be like chest and back one day, legs another day, shoulders and arms another day. And also not feeling stuck to just doing 3 workouts in a set plan. Like I may have 6 workouts in that plan, like we're doing right now in the Lose Fat, Get Jacked Inner Circle. It's a push-pull leg split where we got an A variation and a B version where it's like 2 different workouts, but still push-pull leg split in there that we rotate through on a basis. Some members are doing it more than 3 days per week, but I'm following it 3 days per week right now. There's lots of options. You could do an upper-lower push-pull leg split. You're just rotating through those workouts in order, so don't feel locked down. You could do a body part split routine in there. So if it's 4 workouts in there, you just rotate through those workouts in order. So you're not going to hit them once every week. It's once every like 8 or 9 days. It's more than fine when you follow different splits there. So again, 3 workouts per week, 6 sets per muscle group per week. It's kind of sticking with that 6 to 10 rep range for most exercises. Lifting, and the thing with lifting tempo, I did slow it down for about 7 months there, but now I'm at a point where I'm like one set I might go with a slower controlled tempo of 4-second negative. The next set I might do a 2-second negative. I just go with what I feel in that moment. What's going to bring out the best of me? I'm not stuck by certain rules and trying to keep everything like super consistent. Like I've got to lift with the exact same tempo every single rep, every single set. I got to lift it with the exact same rep range each and every time. I guess I gotta rest the exact number of seconds each set. Otherwise, how do I know if I'm progressing? Like I'm just in there having fun, challenging my body to the best of my abilities each time. So not being overly stressed or obsessive about those types of things in there. So recap again, 3 days per week, 6 sets per muscle group per week, 6 to 10 reps per set for the most part, resting as long as I need to fully recover between sets. And lifting tempo is just going to be controlled, whether it's a 2-second negative or a 4-second negative, whatever I feel in that moment. So those are kind of the big changes that I have made during this past year. I'm absolutely loving it. Again, incorporating more inversion practice into my overall weekly training, I guess you could say, the handstands, the headstands, forearm stands, crow practice, planches, all that kind of stuff, the calisthenic type movements that are going to improve my functional strength overall, more cardio into my overall lifestyle, just living a more fun, active lifestyle and gaining so much more out of this experience, really setting myself up for long-term success so I can be at my best right up until my final breath there. So we'd really love to hear how this style of training right now, this type of workout programming compares to how you're training today, and if this has given any food for thought with what you may want to experiment with this upcoming year. How many days per week are you working out? How many sets are you performing per muscle group per week? What are you doing to rest between sets? How long are those rest intervals? What are the rep ranges that you tend to work with? Do you incorporate a variety of rep ranges, or do you have certain ones that just suit you best? All of that good stuff. Would love to hear how your training compares to this type of workout program that I'm experiencing right now. And again, I'm open-minded. I am open to change. It's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, because I have progressed each year, done different things, changed different things based on where I'm at in life and what I'm gaining out of this overall experience. So would love to hear where you're at, and just know that where we're at today it's likely not going to be where we're at a couple of years from now. So would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. So share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback and your own personal experiences. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know fellow bro who'd benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. And before you go, take a moment to download the free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. I'll include a link down below in the description, as well as the top pinned comment there. I hope you have yourself an amazing day. I'll catch you in the next video.